Revolving around our Sun, Earth is one of 9 known planets in our solar system. Other than our own Earth, none of the planets has captured our imagination quite like Mars, the 4th planet from the Sun. As Earth's closest planetary neighbor and the planet most like Earth, Mars and Earth share many similarities. The length of each planet's day is almost the same, with Mars's day being only 41 minutes longer than Earth's. Mars's planetary axis tilt is also quite comparable to Earth's, at 23.5 degrees, just 1.5 degree less than our planet. Mars also has some distinct differences from our blue planet. Much of Mars's surface is vast and dusty. Oxidation, or the rusting of iron minerals in the soil, gives the planet a reddish cast. For that reason, Mars is often called the red planet. Mars's thin atmosphere is made up mostly of carbon dioxide, while our own planet has a combination of oxygen, nitrogen, and other gases. Earth has an atmosphere that protects us from most of the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. The Martian atmosphere provides no protection from ultraviolet radiation, nor will it hold the warmth generated during the day. Earth's temperature is also more stable than it is on Mars. While some places on Earth can get as warm as 58 degrees Celsius and as cold as -90 degrees, most places fall comfortably in between those extremes. But on Mars, the weather is more extreme and temperatures fluctuate widely during the day. It wouldn't be unusual for it to be about 27 degrees Celsius at noon, only to plummet to -73 degrees at midnight. As technology grows increasingly sophisticated, probes like these may one day explore Mars. As we learn more and more about our neighboring planet, perhaps in time we'll be able to answer the questions. Was there ever life on Mars? And perhaps more importantly, is there microscopic life on Mars even now? How is Mars different from Earth? As you watch this segment, think about what new tools scientists are using to learn about Mars. A long time ago, in the late 1800s, an astronomer named Percival Lowell thought that he saw an elaborate canal system on Mars. He thought that the canals could be a sign of intelligent life. Based on more modern research, we now know that there are no canals on Mars. What Mars does have is water. The Mars Global Surveyor, a probe sent to Mars in 1997, found evidence of ancient surface water as well as water ice. Much like scientists study the sedimentary rock layers of the Grand Canyon to investigate the Earth's past, astronomers have scrutinized Mars's rock layers and have discovered evidence of liquid water in Mars's past, mostly in the walls of craters and other depressions. Scientists have also found evidence of streams and probably ancient oceans. Water ice has also been discovered on the north and south poles of Mars. Much like Earth, Mars has polar ice caps that grow and recede with the seasons. Both poles are a mix of water ice and frozen carbon dioxide. Today, water cannot remain as a liquid for long on Mars's surface because of the planet's thin atmosphere. Any liquid water would quickly evaporate. However, a large amount of water may be frozen underground, since there is a small amount of water vapor present in Mars's atmosphere. But still, many questions remain about the presence of water on Mars. 2 rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, traveled for a full year before they landed on Mars in 2004. They were equipped to travel on the surface, picking up rock and dust samples with their robotic arms. Spirit landed first and almost immediately sent back the first high-definition images of Mars. As expected, the landscape is red and rocky and looks something like a barren desert in parts of Utah or Arizona. Opportunity arrived a few weeks later and landed on the opposite side of the planet. it sent back to Earth images that looked very different. Although pictures from Spirit showed landscapes that could be mistaken for Earth, Opportunity revealed a different type of landscape. In addition to taking photos of Mars, these rovers are built to conduct experiments. Equipment on board can analyze soil and rocks to help scientists determine what Mars is actually made of. These data can also tell scientists a lot about Mars's past and future. Specifically, whether it was ever able to support life in the past, and perhaps whether it can be made to do so in the future. Opportunity, for instance, detected evidence of sulfates and other minerals in layered rock. These materials typically form in the presence of water. The rover found no evidence of life forms, but the findings suggest that water was present in abundance when the rocks were formed. Water which could have allowed an organism to survive. Rising up from the surface of Mars are ancient volcanoes. The largest Martian volcano, Olympus Mons, is thought to be the largest volcano in the solar system. It towers 27 kilometers above the surrounding plains. Other land features may have formed from great dust storms that overtake Mars from time to time. Whirlwinds, or dust devils as they're called, can rise up to 10 kilometers in the air. Even though scientists have sent probes and rovers to study the red planet, so far no astronauts have set foot on Mars. One day, humans are likely to visit Mars. Humans may someday live on Mars, but a major obstacle needs to be overcome. There is little oxygen in Mars's atmosphere. People would have to live in airtight shelters. When they moved around on the surface, they would have to carry their own oxygen and wear airtight suits to protect themselves from the severe temperatures and thin atmosphere. At this point, the development of a permanent human colony on Mars is a distant possibility, but exploring Mars firsthand is something that could happen in your lifetime. It is a dream that may be well worth pursuing. What were the rovers Spirit and Opportunity searching for on Mars? Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, is Earth's closest planetary neighbor and the subject of much study. Most of Mars is red and dusty desert, with wind-carved features and ancient mountains. Its thin atmosphere and distance from the Sun makes this planet extremely cold. Scientists have explored Mars using space probes. Scientists have confirmed that there was once water on Mars and think that the planet may have supported life. In recent years, NASA has sent spacecraft to Mars to explore the planet. Spirit and Opportunity, two probes, explored opposite sides of the planet. The rovers sent back to Earth pictures of Mars. They also gathered rocks and dust samples for further study. Scientists hope to uncover the history of the planet and whether life ever existed there. Where on Mars can water be found at the present time? Why would it be hard for humans to live on Mars? Imagine that you are an astronaut about to go on a mission to Mars. Describe the difficulties you will face and how you hope to overcome them.